morning, it's Hiker Dude Dad, and I am in the petting zoo. Hey Goaty. Hey Goaty man. What's up? Nice beard. You need a beard. Alright. So yeah, why are you in a petting zoo there? Hiker Dude Dad. That's alright. Goats. Little big turkeys. Anyway, I'm at one of my go-to hikes here. Gonna be on the Horseshoe Trail here. We're on the yellow Horseshoe Trail, north of Lidditz. We started at the Pretzel Hut there with the petting zoo behind it. You have to go through the gate to get on the trail. This is a peacock, I guess. Yeah, not too terribly big of a plumage. I guess it's tucked away. Didn't really want to talk to me. Anyway, you walk through the petting zoo. You're on the Horseshoe Trail, on the yellow blazes, and now we're past and we're on the trail. So Horseshoe Trail again is about a 140-mile trail from Valley Forge to just north of Harrisburg. This is like the biggest, longest, most elevated trail that I can get to easily from my house. So I do this a lot. This is one of my big Grand Canyon training hikes that I do a lot. So I was looking at my April elevation now and mileage. I don't know, I guess I've been busy in April. I don't have a lot, so I'm gonna come here today. I want to pound out like 8 miles and 1,800 feet at least on this trail today. I'm gonna do the long version that I do over through Rannel's Kettle. And it's a beautiful day, so hopefully we'll find some. I filmed this trail before, so hopefully we'll find some things that we haven't seen before and make this an interesting video. So I struggle filming this trail. You know, I love it because it is a real good technical hiking trail. You have a lot of stuff to deal with here, a lot of different conditions. So I do love this as like a training hike. It doesn't give me any of my, you know, waterfalls or, you know, there's one overlook that, you know, might be obstructed by trees, but the trail itself has a lot of things going for it. There's gravel sections. There's like right now, kind of sand, basically like a packed sand. Can be shifty and slippery at times. And then the next section we hit is going to be, you know, rocky, you know, Rocksylvania stuff. So and the first 2/3 of a mile here that we did is straight up, basically straight up, kind of switchbacks until you get to this road, old road, and then we're going to cut back into the left here and hit the rocks all the way up to Eagle Rock. So Eagle Rock is kind of an outlook, and like I said, it gets to a point where, you know, the best view is over the winter when trees don't have anything on them. So I struggle making this an interesting YouTube video just because, you know, we don't have the sexy you know, falls and everything like some of my recent videos, Kelly's Run and Ferncliff and Trout Run and everything. But, you know, here you got some wooden steps, and then we'll get up into the rocks here at the top near Eagle Rock. But, you know, technically I love it. You can practice everything. Visually though, and interesting, you know, maybe not your cup of tea. I don't know. So here's a stretch that's typical of this trail. Rocks sticking out at every angle, but pretty much a sand base to the trail, like right there. couple ankle rollers here or there. Yeah, it goes from sand to big boulders. I heard a woodpecker, otherwise nothing super interesting to report yet. Like I said, it's a good technical training climb. We're kind of up on the ridge leading up to Eagle Rock right now, and just kind of winding through, trying not to twist an ankle. All right, so up at the top here, we've been here before, good old Eagle Rock, just so you know where you are. But yeah, it's just a big big pile of rocks here, and see what the view's like today. All right, yeah, still pretty good. Elevate camera here, but yeah, not bad. Trees are starting to get some blooms on them. You know, it's not going to be good for long, another week or two, and you're really not going to be able to see. But as of right now, you know, when nothing on the trees, you can pretty much see up towards you know, Schaeferstown, at least Myerstown on a good day maybe. Yeah, I guess that's good view of the Eagle Rock. It says Troop 69 over there. I don't know if that's their real designation or not, but guess they named it. Probably a bunch of Eagle Scouts. I've thrown the kids up there on top, and they've looked around. Not an easy way to do it. You kind of have to boost them up on this side, but lots of rocks and everything here. This is facing north, so nothing slithery is out yet. This is one of those spring weather days where you have a 30-degree fluctuation in temperature. When I dropped my daughter off at school today, you know, it was 45 degrees, but it is anticipated to be 75 degrees, and it's about 65 now. So Eagle Rock was about 1.25 miles up. Now we're at about the 1.5 mile, 1.75 mile mark, and the trail definitely gets sketchy here. Turns to red clay in places, but this is a big downhill here leading down to Hammer Creek, and a lot of big rocks, a lot of ankle turners. And when this main path here is wet, you know, it can almost be another stream. So there's alternate route to the left here that's a little, you know, less wet, less muddy. But for a long time that, I think, was the main path, and I think people got sick of it and kind of blazed a path out this way. So when you're going down this, the first time I ever tackled that area was in the winter, and it was waterlogged and frozen, definitely like ice spots in there, and well, that was fun. And yeah, so today it's kind of soupy soaky, and you know, the blazes are actually moved over to this side trail at this point. I don't think they used to be, but reblazing was done. I think they kind of moved it to this side here at some point. You just came down here and you come to a T section here. You could go left or right. Always go to the left here, but this stretch again is basically all clay, wet red clay, with ankle rollers hiding in it. So fortunately I could play the hot lava game. I'm a dad. I might be a little on the older side, but I'm also a Pennsylvanian, and I'm like a ninja on these rocks. So we're almost down along 322, and we've run into Big Hammer Creek here. I've seen it with more flow, but this is the most I've seen in a while. This is pretty good. It's good to see. when we head back this way, we're going to take the blue trail, and at that point I definitely want to talk about water and flow and everything like that, because there's a stream that I just haven't seen have water in it in a long time, and it does. So I'm going to film that when we get back. Crossing Hammer Creek here. I picked a good time to cross 322. Not a lot of traffic. Gets a lot of truck traffic though, so be super careful crossing here. And they fly around that corner and down. It's ridiculous the speeds that they take down here. And you know, that part of 322 there is technically a section of the trail. This road also is blazed, so about a quarter mile on that road, and Horseshoe flips to the other side of the road and goes straight up into the woods. This is biggest solid climb today. This is man, it's probably 3/4 of a mile and just absolutely straight up, and you start right away. It's rocky, it's steep. It's yeah, and here's some poop. Horses do it. They handle this, so I figure I can. Steep and rocky. When you get to the Rannel's Kettle sign, you're really only about halfway up, unfortunately. But still undecided. I'm gonna go up to the top, and then up at the top there you could cut back down the hill to 322, bunch of switchbacks, or you can keep going, climb a little more, and then you drop all the way down into this valley, and then you got to basically climb halfway back up here before you can go back down to 322. That's how I designed this trail. That's what I had in my head that I'm going to do today. So I'm going to make that call when I get to the top though. That would be tougher because there is another climb to get back up to this point, whereas on the other side, you know, he's just going straight down. So I think I just want to kick my ass today, so I think I'm going to do it the hard way. So this big kind of flat area, the rock here, it's kind of deceptively slippery usually. I just hopped right up, but that plus this log plus the stack of rocks in the back lets you know you're almost to the top. Those are my my signs that I'm almost done with that steep part of climbing. There's still a little more up here on the ridge before we go down, but usually I get to the top of this section, and at that point it's time to eat something. So up at the top here, it's a real nice ridge. Nice trail, clearly marked. But that deceptive climb in front of us is, yeah, you think you're done climbing here, but we'll go up there and drop pretty much straight down into the valley. Huffing and puffing again, but now we're at the true top of the ridge. Then you come to this tree that has no less than 4 colors on it. But here's where you follow the blue straight down the hill into that valley. Looks like a big drop off there, and it absolutely is. It's gonna skirt left here for a second and then just drop. Late spring and summer. Okay, I've got the camera pretty much horizontal. You can see how much of a slope this is, and you can follow the trail all the way down through there, and that starts to switch back But yeah, super steep right here. Kind of going sideways with my feet here to kind of brake myself, using the hiking pole as a brake, holding the top of it. But yeah, you can see how that snakes down through. In the summer, this gets way overgrown, and there's green everywhere. So this is actually probably one of the best looks I've had at the trail from up here. It's usually obscured. There's a lot of three-leaved, kind of viney plants growing. I'm not sure. I mean, it's all over the place on these trails. I am horrible at identifying poison ivy. It might be, it doesn't look waxy, so I don't know if it's like, okay, it grows and then it gets waxy, but it seems like too light of a green color. There's no red tint, and you know, it's not, doesn't seem real waxy yet, so don't think it is. It's all over. So it's getting to be about that season. It is wildflower season, and we've got them all along the trail. In some cases, they've been growing on the trail between rocks, which is pretty cool. So those purple guys, I gotta look up their name. I'll put it below. Just another quick example of how they're basically on the trail here, sheltered under rocks. Usually on the south side of things here, which is getting the sun. All right, so this is not the one I was talking about before, but this stream, little stream here, with a little bridge. It's not the one I was talking about before, but the last 3-4 times I've been through here, you know, the bridge is there, but it's bone dry. So we're definitely have more flow this spring than we had last spring. Yeah, it's good to see, good to see. We actually had snow this year. So here we are going back up. Straight up again. Yeah, we're gonna get 1,800 feet or so on this hike. It is, calves are burning, but I love it. It's been way too long since I had one like this. So here we are coming back up to the halfway point. Gonna turn this way and head down. I tell you, huffing and puffing a little, but feels good. It's a beautiful day, and you know, this trail, I'm breathing heavy, but it's not as bad as it used to be for me. So I do think physically, you know, I'm doing all right, treating the body well, building up my endurance and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I recently turned 47. I do, without a question, feel like I'm in the best shape of my life after having been hiking here for 4 years, you know, a couple times a week. Dropped some weight this year. I'm just feeling, yeah, this is actually so far the pinnacle of physicality. So we're gonna head down here and then cross that stream that hasn't been here in a year, and head up Big Boulder Rock Wall. So Hammer Creek we just passed, and now this little tributary creek. We're gonna take the blue trail down here. This is so good to see. Yeah, last 4 or 5 times I came through here, it was completely dry, completely dry. So you have to cross here to go up the rocky hill, but so good to see. We had probably 2 out of 3 winters that were just frustrating the heck out of my kids because there was like no snow, and it's so important to get that melt, recharge the water table, recharge the streams. this past year, you know, 2020 into 2021, ton of snow, made hiking a little dicey in the later part of the winter, but it was so well needed to recharge here. Yeah, I think the winter before 2019 into 2020, I think we had something like 5 inches of snow, and then we went 320 or 340 days without a significant snowfall around here, like more than an inch. So it was not happening, but this is so good to see. And then after that joy, we climb. So we're coming up here, we're following the blue out around. I think we're gonna cut through those rocks up there or around here. Either way, it leads the same place, but it's a great place for the kids here. It's not far off 322. This is a great place for the kids to come climb and boulder. Again, I gotta start training my kids for Utah, so I'm gonna bring them out here again. Another part of that stream from earlier that's definitely running, and will run along the way down here. I'm gonna cut up this way. I feel like there's a little more elevation to where I'm going, but I'm gonna kind of motor on out of here. Well, I'm back at Eagle Rock, and it's all downhill from here. So I'm hoping the Pretzel Hut is open today. Winter hours were not what I'd hoped for, but man, I'm looking forward to some peanut butter soft serve and then the grocery store. So thank you for watching. You know, nothing too great to look at here, but if you are looking for a training, get in shape, butt kicking hike north of Lancaster, northern Lancaster County, yeah, go up 501 to the Pretzel Hut, walk through that petting zoo, and see what you can do here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.